Hey y'all, this is Omnivore Blade Works shop update, October 25th, 2022. You can see behind me there's still a bunch of shit hanging on the walls. I'm going to do a blade show here in the shop and lay everything out that's available for sale as soon as I can in time for Christmas. And basically I don't have time to do a lot of new work right now, so it's going to be finishing up old stuff and doing lots of other chores because life has gotten in the way of the blade production, and I'm working on improving some of the things in the shop, and it's taking way longer than I ever thought. And there's a lot of personal projects that are also getting in the way, which are kind of feeling like they're necessary, but they may not be. Maybe I'm just a princess and I do stuff that I shouldn't do because I'm stupid. Another thing about my video formats is that I'm thinking maybe I should move back to the one take wonder strategy where you just get raw, unfiltered bullshit without me having to go through again and again and like waste a bunch of time making one 8-minute video. So enough of that. It might be more entertaining, it might be horrible. So let's turn the video around. I'm going to be putting a new shelf system here in this part of the shop so that I can get more storage space. Organization is the key to happiness in a shop. So there's lots of, not lots, but there's a handful of things that can be made ready before Christmas, and those will get laid out on a new Blade Show video coming up hopefully in the next couple weeks. Moving out here, I've got some woodworking projects. Still haven't touched that ATV that needs to be fixed. Beautiful pecan that's going to be a big old giant bed for me, because I need to have some more space in my bedroom. That's the princess project I just mentioned. And then back here, I've got a couple of wakasajis. These were supposed to be, two of these were supposed to be for one dude, but I hadn't heard from him. And then this one's gone to John with his matching Tonto and a tomahawk, all in the same color scheme. And for some reason, after I ground the distal taper on these, you can see this has got a concentric line on the grind line, whereas these don't have that concentric line yet because this has got sort of a twisting bevel. So this is, I did the part of the distal taper before heat treat, and then the second half after heat treat. So these still have to get ground to this offset line here on a little right angle fixture plate. And when that happens, it seems like the blade, if you line these up with the hole to hole on the tang, well, maybe this one didn't shift. But anyway, it seems like they shifted from my old mold. So I got to make a new mold in order to make the new sheath for that particular blade. And also there's going to be some adjustments made for where the holes are in the sheath, so that it's oh, there's the diagram right there. There's the new mold template. So it's going to have 1/4-inch eyelets, and then these are 0.2-inch diameter holes, which allow you to mount the my proprietary harness, clips to. And you'll see that later on if you buy one of those swords. Moving back here, I'm going to rearrange some of this back part of the shop because I need more space. I'm going to probably move the mill. And these are some bunk beds that have got some epoxy finish on them. The System 3 clear coat, if you're interested, it makes your shit look really Mexican. If you've ever been to a Mexican restaurant and you see their epoxy coated tables with all kinds of weird shit underneath them, this is that kind of clear, and I don't like it. So I'm going to end up sanding these down, and I'm just going to call it the booger-proof bunk beds, because they're going to be so shiny and slick that the kids, if they wipe boogers on them, they can wipe right back off again. Haven't really gotten back to finishing the grinding room upgrades. I need to put all my belt mounts. That's what these extra little PVC tubes are for, is to hold belts. And I need to put a shelf up to cover some of this PVC, and also to have me like a staging area for when I'm buffing and grinding and cutting stuff. And I also still need to make the second stand for my second Wilmot grinder. So like I could never sleep and still not get all this stuff done. But at least I do have a new handful of bandsaw blades for this Woodtech bandsaw. I can get back to making stuff in here. What is that? Oh, there's a 3V Wakasaji. What's that doing down there? This may be one of the ones that has a little inclusion in it, but my camera doesn't work very well anymore, so I can't see it. Anyway, the big mill is probably going to go into the back room, and then I still have to clean out the oil area in the pig, they call it. We call this the pig. So before I get this back in action, I'm going to be going in here and mucking out all that nasty oil and looking for leaks in these little clear oil lines. And then I'm going to run some programs like these sheaths dry with my vacuum sucker nozzle. And then if that works and I get consistency, then I'll believe that it's going to be fixed, and I'll put the covers back on, and I'll move all this other crap out of the way, and move all this other crap out of the way, and maybe move this crap out of the way too, and then we'll be back in action with knife making. So I've got all night long to sand and finish these big old giant boards, get the woodworking projects out of here, and get back to real work. Got to get that dust collector put somewhere else as well. Like I said, blade show of all the goodies that are done, like these things, and like all these goodies, and maybe there's some more, and then all those goodies is coming soon. So stuff that's going to be ready for Christmas might have to have a little bit of a special, I don't know, 2022 prices are going to be less than 2023 prices, because I'm going to be updating the website and doing all kinds of my business model, because I probably want to make stuff that looks more like this in the future, instead of stuff that looks like wait a minute, all that stuff's kind of cool. I'm gonna make all that stuff. I just don't want to make like bushcrafters and other run-of-the-mill stuff. I want to make swords and other neat stuff for chopping up bad guys. All right, this is your one-take wonder. I hope you at least laughed at me, because I'm laughing at myself. We'll see you next time.